when I first started streaming, I was like, I had this impression that like you'd always watch these streamers, and all the big streamers, all their videos that would blow up would be like the raging, the being toxic, the shouting into the microphone. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna be like that. And then for probably like the first year and a half of my stream, I was a very toxic streamer. Like I was very toxic. And I kind of regret that now because I've being toxic like that. I try and tell people it's a show. I'm here to entertain. I'm not here to like attack anybody personally. I'm not trying to do anything like that. But some people obviously didn't take it that way. So yeah, if I could do the first year and a half again, knowing what I know now, definitely
Mhm.
change.
Chicken here, our guest tonight. He is a full-time Twitch streamer and recently became Twitch partner. He plays almost only Battlefield and Call of Duty, and he is known for his pretty face paint tattoos, his incredible gameplay that very often gets him banned or people accuse him of cheating. Welcome, Chicken. How are you doing tonight?
Tired as fuck. No, we're good.
Why is
No,
that?
no, we're good. We're
Today,
good.
I should have said, how are you doing this morning? I completely forgot again. Um, how much sleep did you get?
Like 2 hours. It's 6 a.m. now. I woke up at 5 a.m. to like prepare for this. Yeah, it's really early for me, but we're good. We're good. I'm awake.
Yeah, well, at least your eyes are open, right?
Yeah. Wait,
Well,
question before we start.
oh, please.
Who fucked up? Have you seen how my name's spelt on the cam overlay?
Joe? Joe. What happened, Joe? What happened, Joe? Wait, I can't see it actually because again, my stream is my computer's fucked up. I can't see the screen actually.
He put a C in there.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, a common.
that's a ban right there. That is.
He would change that right now, pretty sure. That's a common mistake, right?
Yeah, heaps of people do it. Heaps of people do it.
Well, I think we already have a good start then. Oh my goodness. So sorry. How are you doing, guys, in the chat, by the way? Are you all okay? Are you great? I hope so. Guys, and again, a reminder, if you guys have any questions tonight, again, a reminder, this is not only a conversation between me and Chicken here. Chicken was a C. Okay, no. Chicken here. No, it's a conversation between all of us. So please join us. If you have questions, just put them in the chat. We will pick them up. We would love to hear what you think. But I will bring my first question, right? Chicken. Let's just dig in here.
Yeah.
Can you introduce yourself quick for us as a person gamer streamer? Can you just tell us a little bit about yourself quick so for the people who don't know you,
27,
onwards.
streaming for like just over 3 years, almost 4 years now, I'd say. Started off really small, then started playing Battlefield and just grew out of nowhere. And then now I've just been kind of idling and waiting for Battlefield 6, but I don't know what to say. I'm
Well,
a
let me
scuff
ask you
streamer that
this: how did you get into gaming? Let's start from the beginning.
my brothers, hey, I would have been really young, like SNES kind of young days. And my brother was always like the nerdy type in the family, and then I was always the one that was outside. But yeah, just watching him play, and then I started playing, and then it slowly graduated into me playing more than what he was playing, and then I kind of just took over. Now nobody in the household plays except for me, so I just
Interesting.
kind of do like a 180.
What was the first game you played then?
Would have been Sonic on the SNES.
And he doesn't play anymore. Like nobody does play anymore. Only you.
Yeah, only me. My little brother tried to, because I got two brothers. My
Mhm.
little brother tried to do the whole streaming thing, but then he figured out like how hard it was, and like how much of a personality you actually have to have, and then he just kind of quit it.
Mhm. How did you change your mindset? Like, I mean, everyone who starts streaming thinks like, yeah, I mean, I just stream and it's fun. But if you actually do it like you do it, it's a profession, it's work, right? So how did you develop this mindset of going full in?
I kind of went in with it as a mindset. You know what I mean? Like I started off streaming, and everyone's like, Don't think about the money. Don't think about the numbers. Don't think
Mm-hmm.
about the hours. Just treat it as like I kind of treated it as a job at the beginning. Because when I first started streaming, I was out of work. So I'd do a full 8 hour day, if not more, some days, and I'd count that as overtime.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of worked because I was always home alone. Tanya was like, it was always during Tanya's hours when she was working. So she'd finish, I'd finish at the same time. So it kind of like balanced itself out to kind of feel like a job.
Did you only stream in the beginning, or did you also use your content right away? Like, did you just go live, or did you just work? Did you work on your content basically, what you streamed after?
No, I just went live. I had no content before it. I had no content during it. Like
Mm-hmm.
it was just I picked up the computer one day when I got back into gaming, but we'll get into that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I'm gonna start streaming. Downloaded OBS that day and then started that day.
Mm-hmm. If you, I'm just wondering, like, if you look back, like, I mean, now you're successful, right? I mean, a Twitch partnership and everything, and you have like, I think every time I go into your stream, I see like 100+ viewers or 90+ viewers. So that's amazing for a game like Battlefield, I think. If you look back, would you change anything? Like how
Oh,
you,
100%.
what would you change?
100%. When I first started streaming, I was like, I had this impression that like you'd always watch these streamers and all the big streamers, all their videos that would blow up would be like the raging, the being toxic, the shouting into the microphone. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna be like that. And then for probably like the first year and a half of my stream, I was a very toxic streamer. Like I was very toxic. And I kind of regret that now because I've being toxic like that. I try and tell people it's a show. I'm here to entertain. I'm not here to like attack anybody personally. I'm not trying to do anything like that. But some people obviously didn't take it that way. So yeah, if I could do the first year and a half again, knowing what I know now, definitely
Hmm.
change.
That's very interesting. Like that you pick that up out of everything. Is there anything else you would change? Like, I don't know, technical
Stream
or
setup, yeah, stream setup definitely. At the
what
start,
is it?
I was streaming with a dude behind me, my housemate. We used to game in the same room, so
Hmm.
the audio wasn't the best. I don't think I'd start with a camera either. Um, yeah, just work on like making the stream actually look good.
Hmm. And you said like you would look up to people who were toxic. Is there anything you look up to now?
Um, there's a couple of Battlefield streamers that I watch that are from the OCE department, and like I don't know, just the way people act now with like when they're on stream. Like I've kind of taken the mindset of like when I die in game, just to like leave it as a death, but like, and then like with people coming to the streams, always watch how they act when people come to the streams with them being toxic in their chat. And instead of like retaliating and giving the answer back,
Hmm.
I've kind of like sat back and gone, all right, so this is how these guys are doing it. This is how I can do it as well, instead of being like giving the attention to the people that want it.
Yeah, because that's all they want. They want
Yeah,
attention,
they
right?
just want a reaction, bro.
Hmm.
They want to make a clip out of it. Simple as that.
Hmm. Oh, that's interesting. You said they want to make a clip out of it. Are they making a clip out of it and then posting it or anything? Or what do you mean by
Um,
that?
oh, I've had a couple of clips posted about me where somebody's taken something I've said the wrong way, like sarcastically. I don't know if other streamers get it, but I'm very like to the point when I stream. So it's like I'm very like sarcastic. I'm straight to the point with most of the things. And I've definitely had clips posted about me where I've had to like explain the context of it because I've just taken my reaction, not the beforehand parts.
Mhm. Interesting. Um, you said like you started streaming, I think 2017, right?
Yeah, 2017.
Well, can we talk a little bit about what happened before and like when did you make the decision into I want to start streaming and this is you want to make this your job, and what made you make this decision basically?
Uh, well, I was only young back then. I was like, well, I can't really say young. I was like 23. Um, I
You
spent
can.
like I spent a lot of time on the wrong. I'm just gonna leave it at like the wrong side of the law. Um, yeah, me being a teenager, then getting into my early 20s, I wasn't the smartest with outside of gaming decisions, with who I hung out with what I did at nighttime and stuff like that. And I lost a big period of my life from 17 into my early 20s from decision making. And then yeah, once all that was going down, I just needed to smarten up, and yeah, gaming was the thing that kept me inside and kept me out of trouble. Especially with being like before I started gaming, I was on a curfew, so I couldn't even leave the house legally. I'd get in trouble.
Mhm.
So gaming was just like, sweet, I'll just stay indoors and play games with the boys, and it just stemmed from that really.
Basically saved you from getting more into trouble, right?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, yeah.
Hmm. Um, what is what is it, you would like people to know about yourself, but nobody does? Like, is there anything like you say like you wanted to talk about it, but I don't know, just didn't came up, or you as a person, would like to share?
Um, I don't know, it's fucking weird.
It's a weird
Um,
question, I know. I
I don't
ask
know.
weird
I just I,
questions.
I want I want I want people to like, because like I am sarcastic and I am like to the point, and I think my even Tanya said the same thing. Um, Everything that's gone on in my life has kind of led me to the personality that I have now, and that's to the point. Like I don't beat around the bush with crap, and I think I want people to like not take that the wrong way when I'm doing it. Like I'm very truthful about things, but I can be like pretty harsh with it. But when I'm trying to tell somebody how it is, I don't want them to take it the wrong way and take me as like a negative person. Because everything I say is not negative. Like I don't mean it to be negative, but it's like the way that I come across these days.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't. I'm just very to the point, I guess.
I feel like when I watch your stream, you you really do care about that. Like, I feel like you're very sensitive actually with people. Like, you really try to not hurt anyone. I can hear that sometimes in your reactions. Like, I mean, you're definitely here and there, you get loud, but only because of the game and not because of people. And but you're always like looking back into your chat and trying to engage with them like in a sensitive way.
Yeah, my
um
chat's become like my family, eh?
mhm.
Because I don't really see people outside the house like anymore. I got like a handful of friends, but I got more people in my chat than I do outside, and they've like, yeah, chat's definitely become like a big part of my life now.
You said before to me like you have social anxiety now, right? And you
Yeah,
don't go out that much, right? And it
yeah,
was
I barely.
and it was interesting for me because I was googling a little bit, about social anxiety and streaming and gaming. And if you Google it, the only things which come up is, does streaming help you with social anxiety? But you said it the other way around. You said because you're streaming that much, like 8 hours a day, and you don't go out that much, you have social anxiety. And I couldn't find any correlation basically to that. Like, it's more like if you Google it online, you always find like it helps you, streaming helps you with social anxiety, not the other way around.
Dude, I don't know, understand how it helps. Like I know when I first started streaming, I was very awkward on the camera and I couldn't talk in front of people. Like, I'd always freak out when I'd get viewers and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. Now that I've like been in front of the camera, I sit at home, I talk to the boys in chat every day, going out in public, and if it's crowded, it's yeah, the anxiety's relief. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird, but it's definitely stemmed from it because I sit in the house a lot of hours a day compared to what I used to going outside. And yeah, I'm not gonna say I can't be outside by myself, but it's definitely a lot easier if I've got like Tanya or somebody with me.
Mhm. Maybe it's just because it's a habit now for you.
I think it's definitely become a habit, man. Like
Mhm.
even like when I'm out, I'm like, okay, I've got to be home by this time, set up for the stream, get ready for the stream.
Mhm.
If I'm late, oh mate, it's like a major like anxiety attack. I hate being late.
Mhm. Does that is that also because of you being bipolar, or does it anything have to do with that?
I don't think so. I think I'm very punctual. Like even for like doctors and like hangouts with friends, I'll always be there on time, if not half an hour beforehand.
Mhm. I pick up the question quick from Cylon. He said, like, based on your experience, do you think Oceania community is more loyal and less toxic than European or USA ones?
Oh,
I'm not
I
sure if
wouldn't
you
say.
can even say that because I mean you always play in that region, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're OC is loyal. Yeah, OC is very loyal, but at the same time, because we are such a small base, and
Yeah, it's very
I think other
small.
regions, like know that we're small. If you jump into games like Counter Strike, Rainbow Six, Battlefield, it's very toxic communities. Very toxic communities. It's kind of like I don't want to. Yeah, it's kind of like taking half the population of, say, like the NA player base, the toxic half, and putting it on an island. It's kind of how OC is sometimes.
Hmm.
But they are loyal. Yeah, they'll stick around.
Just reminded me, like Firestorm, I think in Oceania died like after 1 month when they brought it out, right? Like
Uh,
I think it like
Firestorm died in like 24 hours.
in 24 hours.
It
It
didn't even.
died. It died pretty quickly. Like
Yeah,
I'm just thinking. Like I mean, in general, it died quickly in this game, but it also showed like it died there. I think the first and showed how small the community actually is over there. That's why many people actually have to play on different sides, you know, of the
well,
ocean.
don't even look at Firestorm. Just look at ordinary servers. Now that's why I've gone over the Japanese servers now. If you go and look at the servers for OCE, we probably got like 3, maybe 4 on a good night. 2 of those servers are hardcores, and 2 of those other servers are ran by 2 admins that
Kick you.
disagree with having over a 2 KD. Whereas compared, you go to like the NA region, Asia, Europe region, they've all got like 20 plus. Like I searched up Asia region when I go on the Japanese servers, and it's literally 100 plus servers between Japan and Singapore.
Hmm.
Um, massive difference in numbers.
You get banned very often, right? From servers. Like I think I saw
Yeah,
the other day, I saw a post and you said like something like you got banned 8 times in
yeah.
one night. This is
I think that I think
crazy.
that I think that was because of my ping though, because that was 8 Japanese. It was 7 Japanese servers, 1 OCE. I don't know if it's because something to do with my ping and they think, or I would think I'm a cheater. I don't know, but yeah, we got 8 in one night. It was pretty crazy.
Guys, let's watch something quick. Joe, can you bring up the video I sent you? Let's watch the first 15 seconds quick, and then you guys see in chat, you know, what chicken has to deal with sometimes.
See what it's like.
See what it's like exactly. Let's see that quick here.
Do a recording of you showing your hand movement, the screen, and nothing showing in the background, mate. No apps running in the background, no nothing, bro. Post it up to everyone to have a fucking look, and we will fucking then maybe believe you, bro.
Yep, I totally fucking
Like,
agree.
honestly, it's not hard to do, man.
Well, I think this explains something. I'm I said it before, but what really amazed me was your reaction. You just laughed it off. And I think that's pretty hard. And you said that to me like, well, you should have seen me like earlier. You couldn't.
Yeah.
What changed your mindset about that? When did you learn? When did you just, you know, found I sound now pretty serious, but when did you find the inner peace for you to laugh it off? You know, what changed?
Um, I had a couple of OCE boys actually hit me up because I was talking to them about it, and there's a couple of OC content creators that I like look up to as content creators. Um, and they were just talking to me about it, and they were laughing themselves about it. And they're just telling me to like cop it on the chin and just laugh at it. And ever since then, I've just basically done that. And I like now I look like it sounds so bad, but anybody like I just look down on them now. I'm like, you guys got to be fucking kidding me. Like I spend all this money setting up a stream. I spend all these hours working my ass off every single day on the stream for you guys to not even come to the stream and look that I'm not cheating on stream. It's honestly the biggest laughable offense, and I think it's going to be sticking around for a while, especially with like how people react to me. But yeah, I I just got no words for it anymore.
I think it's that's why I said it also in the beginning. I think we, as human beings in general, and that's not only these guys, it's in general, we are pretty quick to judge others, and especially when it comes down to that you yourself maybe feel not good enough, and then it has to be somebody else's fault. And this is the same thing also with Battlefield, like especially because Battlefield 5 is maybe not in a good state, but so many times I felt like guys the only thing you can do is complaining. Like it is not always the game's fault, sometimes you just suck. you know
You can't say that to them though. You honestly can't.
I know I can, but
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not as great as you, don't get me wrong, but I before I look into okay, my mindset is just completely different. For me, it's like I'm an average, maybe even below average player, and this also comes down from I just don't play enough anymore. I feel like the older I get, I need to play more so I can keep up, and I
Yeah.
just don't have the time anymore to play so much. So, but anyway, so if I suck, I always have this thinking of what can I do better and why did I die? And of course, sometimes it is crap, but most of the time it's just because I didn't play that good, or I did something wrong, or I whatever it is. And I see the challenge very often in how can I improve that? Can I flank? Can I switch my gun or whatever it is? Do you do that sometimes for yourself? Do you have this thinking, or I mean, or is that you don't even need that anymore because you're that good?
Yeah, I think it's gotten to a point where I just go in limbo mode with Battlefield. Like I used to do that a lot. But then as servers became more scarce and playing with other people in the oceanic region that are like on my level, God, it sounds so bad, on my level. It kind of made the teams really unfair if like we'd play together. So I've kind of had to go like limbo mode, not really try as hard. But yeah, I definitely used to try that. Like when I was playing with a couple of the boys, maybe like a year ago or something, I'd sweat my ring all out just trying to figure out what I could do in certain situations. But yeah, now that I play alone, I'm just kind of like, whatever. Like I'll just fucking W key over this spot and then try and kill people, rinse and repeat.
If somebody wants to become a better player, do you have any recommendations for them? How to improve their gameplay in a, let's say, shorter amount of time than just play?
Yeah, press W key. That's all it is. It's literally all it is. So many people start playing games, they get the wrong sensitivity and they play really slow. I think the way that I learned was just get in there and die, and then try and do better than what you did last time.
You completely hit me there. I'm console. I was waiting for your explanation. I was like, okay, now I get it.
Push
like
the trigger forward.
what's the trigger? Oh my goodness. If you wait, let me have a look again. Guys, you're not asking enough questions. I'm not used to that. Like last time I couldn't keep up, and this time you have to bring everything myself here. You said, yeah, we had that before as well. Like, you set goals for yourself? Like, do you set goals for yourself, for your streaming, for your gaming? How do you do that?
Yeah, I used to have like a goal like every night, and I'd want to hit like a certain viewerage, certain amount of followers every night, but then that got too demanding. So now I just kind of set it per year.
Push the left stick. Sorry.
I've kind of just set it every year now. Like last year was 7K followers. This year's 10K. Yeah, whatever comes at the end of the year, I'll be happy with. But it's like setting yearly goals has kind of put like less stress on.
But you don't have small steps, like small goals, like how to get the 7K, how to get the 10K, what to do for. Like
not really, eh? I just kind of, I don't know. Like I said the other day, man, I just kind of wing everything. And then if it doesn't work, then I just won't do it again. But if it works, I'll like keep doing it.
Are you trying right now, or was trying Black Ops as well? Like, are you? I just heard you a couple of times in stream saying like you're not sure if you should do it or not. Are you guys, and you're asking feedback from the chat? But I mean, the viewership clearly says they're okay with it, right?
Yeah, we played Black Ops last night, and it was actually pretty good. We like hit 100 views on it. It was weird.
I saw that. Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's really because when I start with Battlefield, I get like everybody coming into it. I get the lurkers, I get the usual people in, so that really helps boost it. I haven't tried to do a complete Black Ops stream yet from start to finish, so that'd be interesting to see how that goes. But yeah, I definitely want to do that like this week, and yeah, see how that happens. But yeah, I mean, the Battlefield viewers are very like once you're a Battlefield streamer, you'll understand it. They're very to Battlefield and not anything else. If that makes sense, like if you're not playing Battlefield, they not that they get angry, they just tend to like go watch a different Battlefield streamer.
Yeah, yeah, sure. I mean, it's freedom of choice, right?
Yeah, I mean that's it. That's Twitch. That's part of it.
Did ever like Battlefield, the state of Battlefield, affected your mental health?
Oh, with like.
Did you get
like other-
frustrated or anything?
Oh, definitely got frustrated with it. But like we've seen like all these other games come out with like good content and crap like that, and then we're still playing the same content over and over and over and over again. It definitely plays on your mind, eh? Frustration is like one of the biggest things with it. And then when you play the game for like 5-6 hours a day for over 2,000 hours without content coming out, yeah, there's definitely times where you can react to it.
Oh, Cylon had a question. Give me a second. Helmut had a question as well. Are you playing something else on FPS games?
Nah, I'm strictly FPS. I played a couple like solo player games, but I'll get like 10 hours into it and I'll hate the storyline.
Oh yeah, you tried Red Dead Redemption, right? Like 2 days or something.
Yeah,
right?
we tried Red Dead. That I got so bored of that. We did Cyberpunk, that lasted a stream. I think the only single player games that I finished have been the horror ones. We did a couple of horror series there. And Doom. Other than that, I don't know. Something comes over me and I just
So what's a yes no answer?
It's like a yes no. Like it's got to have a good storyline, and there's no good storyline games out there at the moment. I don't think.
And Cylon wanted to know which type of player are you on Battlefield, like medic, sniper, or all around?
All around, I'd say, except for support because that class sucks.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, everything else I'm sweet at.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you guys, you gotta watch him. You gotta watch him. Check him out. He's an amazing player. Do you wait, where was it again? Like I heard you saying once, like you started with PUBG, right? And you said like, but PUBG was trash, but you learned a lot as a gamer and a streamer. What did you learn from it?
God.
I'm
Probably,
mean.
yeah, dude. I don't know. I think I learned like honestly, this is gonna sound really crap, but just the technicality of streaming. Because I streamed that game for so long and so little viewers, you kind of sit there talking to yourself day after day after day. And then it kind of just helped me like graduate into like how I talk on stream now. You know what I mean? It's weird, but like from the game aspect aside, I think I didn't learn shit. But yeah, also it taught me don't stream popular games. That's the biggest thing. Just stop streaming popular games.
If you want to grow.
Yeah, like you have no chance of growing on Twitch unless you get really lucky with somebody rating you or getting a viral video. But even viral videos these days don't get you popular.
Yeah. If you oh no, I thought I missed something. I would like to get back to mental health again. You have a bipolar disorder. Can you tell us a little bit? Maybe you can explain us quick in your own words what that is for the chat. What does it mean having a bipolar disorder? And I think you have type 1, right?
Yeah, I got bipolar type 1. It kind of means that I have outbursts of emotions, and sometimes I let the emotions get the better of me. Sometimes the emotions take over. I don't know, like streaming's kind of helped with it, but like having bipolar and being a streamer and not taking medication for the bipolar, it does get rough sometimes. And like I'll finish the stream and I'll have an outburst or something like that because something happened through the stream. And then when something happens through the stream, like during it, you can tell sometimes I'll panic a little bit about what's going to be said next, and it does make it rough, but like it's definitely doable. I don't personally know anybody else who has bipolar and streams. I know there's probably hundreds of thousands of people who do it.
Yeah, normally most people don't talk about it as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who don't talk about it. I don't know why, because it's definitely something that needs to come up. Mental health with streaming is massive, but it's never brought up with anything, and I don't know why. So many
Well,
people stay quiet about it.
what would you like to talk about? What are
I don't know.
things?
I don't think people realize that like how important streams are to like people with mental health. Like that sounds so stupid, but when something, so say you get like a connectivity issue or something like that, and your stream goes down, and I feel like it plays more on somebody who's got like anxiety or something like that more than it would a normal stream. Like a normal stream is just like, oh sweet, like I'll fix it up and I'll get back to it. But when it's like somebody who's got anxiety, like myself, it becomes like this big frantic jumble to try and get it to work again. And then when it like abruptly ends, you have your little antic off stream about trying to get the stream to work again. Then you see people have left because they've thought the stream's ended. Then that's another anxiety issue on top of that. And then people not coming back, that's another anxiety issue. It's definitely something that needs to be spoken about more, especially on the male side of things, I think.
If you had this situation before, I guess.
Yeah, heaps.
What happens then for you, like inside? What happens, like, do you get right away into like this depression, panic? Can you talk to yourself? Can you talk yourself down? How do you talk yourself down?
I used to freak out a lot, especially when the stream went down. I'd freak out. Now I kind of hold it in and keep a straight face for the stream, just because I'm kind of used to it now.
So
But like
it
you'll see
helped
me.
you actually streaming to overcome these situations?
Sorry.
Sorry, I meant like stressors, right, from the outside. If you are
Yeah.
bipolar and you have stressors from the outside in real life, and you don't know how to deal with that, but kind of streaming helped you to deal with stressors from the outside. You're saying you're holding it in, you know how to handle the situation. So streaming kind of helped you?
Oh yeah, streaming helped me in that way because I put on a brave face for chat, and I think putting on a brave, like, chat's helped me with that because like I don't want to let them down, and I don't want to look stupid on camera. So I have that in the back of my head, like, chill out, like, bundle it in, get your stream done, and it just eventually goes away because you end up focusing more on the stream instead of focusing on what's just happened. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. Do you have like do you stream, like, as I understand it, when you have like what do you wait how do you call it, like an attack, like an emotional attack, like an episode?
Yeah.
Do you actually put the stream on, or do you say like I call it a day, I stream the next day? Because as I understand it, it takes like a day or a few hours, and then the next day you are in this other mood again. It's basically like having like depressional mood swings, right?
If it gets too bad, I'll take the night off. There's been a couple of nights where I'm like, all right, I should probably not get on camera. But then there's also been a couple of nights where I've like gotten on camera, and then half an hour later I'll stop playing and I'll stop streaming, and I'll tell chat I'll apologize to everybody. It happened last week. I was playing Battlefield and things just weren't going right, and I was starting to I had like a massive like panic attack that the stream content wasn't the same as it usually was, and I just wasn't thinking straight, so I had to like abruptly end that. But yeah, definitely take nights off if something like really big happens. And then yeah, if I'm just not feeling right, then I'll be as apologetic as I can be and try and end it on a smooth note.
Yeah, I
But
think
then
it's smart, yeah.
after I've ended it, after having like an episode, I'll think about it all night until the next stream. Like I always have in the back of my head, fuck, maybe I need to start the stream up and just try and go for it.
Okay. Like you put pressure on yourself?
I think my wanting to succeed puts pressure on me. I wanna like have as many viewers as possible. I know numbers don't count on Twitch. Twitch does. Numbers don't make you a streamer. Numbers aren't important. But once you see the numbers come in a couple of times, you focus on it, and I think that puts pressure on me.
Mm-hmm. Do you you have 2 dogs, right? Where
Yeah.
are they, by the way? Where are the dogs?
They're asleep, dude. It's fucking 6 a.m, bro.
Oh, damn, give them some coffee.
No, they're asleep. Tanya's got work in like an hour, so she'll be up soon.
So do your dogs help you? Like, do you feel like they're?
Yeah, they help me with streaming and off streaming. It's gotten to a point now where even I start saying goodbye to the stream, my dogs will run in and they'll know that it's the stream's ending. Yeah, they're real good.
Are they know immediately when the stream is ending?
Oh,
and coming
immediately. Even when I say goodbye to you today and be like, oh, sweet, that's the end of the stream, they'll come in and just start barking and everything.
Maybe you should test it.
We'll do it at the end of the stream.
Bye, chicken. I want to see the doggies. That's funny. Like I don't know. I feel like always like, you know, animals are so sensitive. Like, would you recommend like somebody has like bipolar getting an animal to, you know?
Yeah. Even like bipolar, anxiety, depression, any kind of mental health. Unless you're like not a safe person with your mental health, get an animal. It doesn't have to be a dog. It can be anything. Like I hated cats at the start. Tanya had 2 cats when we met each other.
Your partner, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She doesn't have cats anymore. She had to get rid of them
we still got one of them. Well, that was the thing. I was very abrupt about getting rid of them because I didn't have the dogs when we first met, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, after looking after the cats for a couple of months when we met, I started to like fall in love with animals, and then that's when we got the dogs. But yeah, 100%. It doesn't matter what animal it is. Somebody will have like their safety animal. Just get one.
Hey, everyone in the chat, by the way, everyone who came in late, welcome.
Hey, chat.
We have another amazing guest tonight here, Chicken from Australia. It is 6 or almost 7 a.m. for you, right?
Yeah, almost 7 now.
The poor guy had 2 hours of sleep, so give him a big welcome. Send him another coffee. And we are talking about right now how he's dealing with him with bipolar. I have another question for you about that because you said you're not taking any medication. Why is that? Why don't you take any medication?
I'm scared it's going to change my personality, because of my ADHD and ADD, I was on meds the start of primary school into early high school, and it completely changed my personality. So it's like I don't become myself, and I'm not like the loud, outspoken person that I am. I become sheltered and like dwell inside myself. And the last thing I think that I need is to act like that while I got everything going on. It kind of put me in like a depressive state. So I just deal with it kind of. And like everybody who's around me has been around me for a couple of years now. So they all know that like when I have an outburst or something like that, just to like not pay attention to it kind of thing, just cop it on the chin and I'll apologize afterwards. But I don't really have that many outbursts as such. It's more so just like little things here and there.
That's interesting. Like, I was just wondering, like, if you have a girlfriend, how do you tell your new girlfriend, like, and when that you're having, like, you know, mental health issues, and also your friends, like, what can you tell your friends to help you to be there for you? What is the best thing you can tell them?
Well, I didn't even tell Tanya that I had all this going on for like the first year of our relationship. And then my mum told her, like, out of the blue, told her about it. And she's like, she came home one day. She's like, I didn't know you had this and this and this. But because Tanya's side of her family's kind of like the same, she understands it. So she's cool at all. She just like rubs it the wrong way sometimes, but she knows she does that. As
How
far
does she
as
rub the wrong way?
just like little smart-assy things and shit like that she'll say. I don't want to say them on camera because it's pretty TOS.
Okay.
But yeah, she knows. I don't know. It's just like any other person. As far as talking to friends and stuff about it, I've only got one friend that I'll talk to about it. All the other ones like in the dark about it all, and they've been in the dark about it for decades. Like, I got friends from back in primary school that I won't even tell about it.
All right. Is there a reason why you don't want to share this with them?
Getting judged, looked at differently, treated differently. Yeah, I'd just rather not have it. I've never had to tell them, so I don't see the point in telling them now. But when I do have an outburst, I've got one friend that I'll go to, and like I'll seek help from him. I think it's just because like he's not like my other friends. He's kind of like more of the soft-spoken, soft side, whereas my ordinary friends that I'd go and hang out with a very macho, you're a bloke kind of style. It just makes it easier to talk to the soft-spoken ones.
I totally get what you're saying, but on the other side, you said before, like, we should talk about that more, you know, also especially on stream, social media, gaming, right?
Yeah.
But then again, I think you just answered, people are afraid of getting judged.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100%. That's probably 90% of the reason why people like myself don't speak out about it. You get looked at differently instantly.
And it's so weird because, you know, when I started the thing here with GamersWeCare, one thing changed for me, and it's in the understanding of everyone has mental health issues. There's not a single person in this world who doesn't have mental health issues. It's just for, you know, few people it's smaller, and for a few people it's bigger.
I'd agree.
But there's not a single person who doesn't have issues. And I think the more we get in society, you know, we get this understanding of accepting the fact that everyone has mental health issues. We are not afraid to talk about that anymore. Yeah,
I think we need. Well, I know I'd feel more comfortable coming out with it if like it wasn't. I'm not going to say frowned upon, but while there's still people out there going, "Oh, you're a bloke, you're a man," like I think it's always going to be in the back of my head and a lot of other people's heads not to speak out. But then once that goes, like I think more people will speak out about it. But yeah, it's a fine line because that's not going to go until people do speak about it. Oh yeah, we have to wait for generations because like you got to look at it like
that's changing. You know, I think we are right now actually in an extreme time for change. I think in so many ways. You know,
100%. It's the new generations coming out because like we've still got to get through my generation with the way that I was brought up with my parents. I got to bring up, like, if I have kids, I got to bring up the kids differently to how my parents brought me up.
Oh my goodness. Everyone is saying that. Forget it. I said it, and I must say, like, the second I got kids, I understood a lot of things more about my parents.
Yeah.
Like, it's so weird. I don't do the shit you did, and then you will see yourself doing the same fucking shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, words.
Yeah, but I definitely think it's the older generation coming out in people, with the whole not wanting to speak about feelings. Because you got people these days that'll fucking say their feelings about the smallest of things. So I don't know, you just got to man up and do it.
Yes, do it. Helmut here had another question, but I don't understand it fully. Let me see. He said, what is in your mind? What do you feel while you have a negative episode? I think he wanted to say, what is in your mind? What do you feel while you're having a negative episode?
That's easy. That's not being good enough. That's the number one cause of everything is feeling not good enough. And I think a lot of people feel that too, especially with streaming. Like I don't know personally a couple of people in my situation, but while streaming, while finishing streams and like after streams and stuff, you've always got in the back of your head, episode or not, it's like, fuck, was that good enough to please people?
Oh yeah, I have that every day. Every time when I shut down the podcast, I think that like, oh, it sucked. It was not good. And then
Yeah,
people write me a
I'll probably
message
look
like,
after this.
I have it every time, and I don't know. I think this I'm not good enough is a general thing actually with people, that you always feel like you're not good enough, and this is that I see that also. I'm always asking myself, how can I teach my kids that they don't feel this pressure of I'm not good enough, and where does it come from? How can you teach kids that, like, like feeling being good enough?
I don't know. I'm not
It's
a parent, dude.
Well, I don't know, and I'm a parent. You don't know nothing if you have kids. That's the thing. Like everyone, everyone. If you get kids, you're never ready for that. You just get
Oh,
kids.
no way. Yeah, no way.
Yeah, so you have to experience, and like reading books or anything won't help. You just have to learn by
Just wing it.
just wing it.
Yep. Just wing it.
So I'm not good enough. Do you think like affirmations would help? Like just tell yourself like every day you stand up, getting in the mirror and say like I'm good enough.
I don't know. I've never tried that. So many people have said to do that. They're like stand in front of a mirror and
Mhm.
compliment yourself and tell
Yeah.
yourself, yeah.
I heard
I've
that a
never done
lot.
that. I can't. I don't think I'd be able to do that. I'd laugh. I shouldn't laugh, but I'd probably laugh.
Nobody cares if you laugh, you're alone.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know. I
Hey,
find that-
chicken, you're good enough.
Yeah, am I?
Yeah.
How good?
Now let's do yoga.
Pull my fucking back out.
Oh my goodness. This is great. Hey guys, you in the chat, you're good enough. I hope you know that. Hey, Silent, thank you. So I lost completely everything here.
Yeah, I'll probably watch this back later on this afternoon, and I'm gonna hate myself.
Oh,
Like, I
same.
always do it.
Don't worry.
Yeah, I'll look it back and I'm like, why did I answer that question like that? Like, I could have answered it so much better.
Do you watch your own streams? Like every day? Do you watch your own streams? Do you rewatch them?
I
To see
used
what-
to a lot. Yeah, I used to a lot. Like after every single stream, I'd probably skip through it. Like a whole 8. I'd probably spend like an hour skipping through it, listening to some of the things that I say.
Mhm.
And I definitely that's something that streamers should do, because it'll definitely help you like change up the way you act and like change up some of the answers for certain things to try and like improve yourself. But yeah, now I've stopped doing it because I hate the sound of my voice on the microphone.
That's interesting. Did you like one more question to this episode thing? Because I feel like, okay, I'm just talking about myself now, of my experience when I'm feeling like depressed, right? And I have this once a month, especially. I hope you guys understand the link.
Oh yeah. Red wing.
And I'm really like super depressed. I'm really like suicidal depressed. And over the time I learned, of course, I'm just in my head, it's just hormones, just ignore it. But it is something you have to learn over time. So you're not getting into like, are you afraid of being like suicidal when you have like an episode? And do you say stuff to yourself like to get out of that, or I don't know, trying to change the situation you're in there, to change the room, the location, get a friend over to talk to?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm afraid of it, but I know I've definitely had occasions where I'm on the brink of it, but I also know in my head that I wouldn't do it. You know what I mean? Like I'd sit there contemplating it, thinking of like ways. But yeah, I don't know. Something in the back of my head is like, you're not gonna fucking do it. So stop doing it. Smarten up. And then I'm good after that. And then I'll have another episode about it. But it's always like a rinse and repeat thing.
Yeah. Okay. So you just accept and know how it is, and just
Yeah,
wait till
I've
it's
accepted
over.
it now. I don't want to be one of those people that sits there and brags about how many times they've thought of doing it because it's such a serious case and so many people do it. But yeah, I've just kind of got it in the back of my head all the time. You're not going to do it, so just go through the episode and then move on with it.
Yep. No, I get it. What is the story of your face tattoo?
Sorry, my face tattoo.
Yeah.
Dude, if you're talking about the sword one, always wanted to do a face tattoo. And me and Tanya had an argument one day, and it was a pretty big argument. And then she stayed at her brother's that night, and I woke up in the morning. I was like, "Fuck it, I'm getting a face tattoo." Cunt. Went out that morning, got a face tattoo. So that's it. It wasn't out of spite, but it was like, "Fuck you, I'm gonna go do something that I want to do."
Well, you have several tattoos, right? How many are there then? How many sessions did you need for them? You have like
For all my tattoos?
Well,
Or
okay.
just the face ones?
I only see the hand and the face. How many do you have?
Oh, like too many to count. I don't know.
Take
2
your clothes
sleeves.
off.
Okay, dude.
No, it's good. It's good. Just kidding, man. But I'm just seeing like there's some even more. Is it like I heard like if you get like tattoos can make you addicted to get even more tattoos? Is it like
Nah,
that?
that's a fucking myth. That is the biggest myth with tattoos, dude. And it usually stems from some dickhead that's just went out and got like a wrist tattoo or something. Yeah, tattoos don't make you addicted to get more fucking tattoos.
All right, good.
Yeah,
Good that we talked about that. Good that we talked about that.
I got a lot. I got a lot. Like I got back, legs, stomach, ribs, throat, head, hands, fingers, foot. But I still got room. You always still have room.
Sure, you can shave your head completely.
My head's done.
Your head is done?
Yeah, the whole head's done.
Oh my goodness. That's crazy. I'm such a pussy. I don't even have one single tattoo, and I always think about making one, and I can't make myself make one.
I tell everyone you got to get like one in your lifetime. If you don't get one, you're missing out. You got to know like at least what it feels like, even if it's like somewhere stupid where people can't see it.
All right, I will get a tattoo. 2021.
Yeah, done. Sorted.
All right, this is done. We can talk now about important stuff. Do we need a no prone feature on Battlefield 6?
Yes. Yes.
Guys at the
Get rid of
chat,
it.
do we need a no prone feature like in Bad Company 2 and Battlefield 6? Yes or no? I want to see yes or no. Chat, yes or no. I want to see what they think about that. Yes. One yes. No bipod. Yes. All right.
I think most of my chat will agree with me. Bring back the BC 2 days.
They're afraid of you.
Afraid of me, you reckon? Fucking
Just
agree with me,
kidding.
chat.
Yeah. Or you get a tattoo.
You get banned later, all right?
I guess that's clear. It's definitely more yes than no. I think I was thinking about, I was talking about it. I think you were there actually when I was streaming the last time. And I thought like, it's even like no prone. Or if somebody is camping, how about we do like after 5 seconds, they get like spotted on the map, like really spotted on the map, like big spot, so everyone knows where they are when they're camping on the same spot.
Somebody, I forget who it says. I think it might have been Enders, or it might not have been. But if somebody's camping in a spot for too long, their character should breathe really heavy, so you can hear it.
Really heavy.
Yeah, because if you get spotted on the map, then you're gonna have like 30 people looking at you.
I'm Darth Camper. I'm so stupid. I'm sorry. Too much tea or something. Oh,
I
that's
don't
not
know.
a bad
There's
idea.
heaps of things. Or you could like make your character say something. I don't like spotting. Spotting's dumb. It's there's no skill required to kill somebody who's spotted.
How about they lose health and they just die eventually? I mean, you
can't do
gotta
that either.
it gotta hurt a little bit.
They can't do that either. That'll be game breaking. I don't
Well,
know.
breathing is definitely a solid solution, I guess. It won't hurt too much, but you at least you can hear them.
Or just make your character say like a voice line like they used to in like BF3 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you get shot at, you get like a voice line. If you sit in a bush or sit in a corner for too long, your character like probably
Gunfire
like mumbles in his
shows
voice or something.
position on minimap. That's why they.
Yeah,
what
that's
they
what
do.
BF4 and everything was like. You'd shoot and it'd show you position on the minimap. They should have that instead of spotting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. What do you say about Criterion now jumping on Battlefield? I mean,
It's not really that big, to be honest. I don't want to. They did Firestorm with BFV. They're doing Firestorm with BF6. Like,
is the timing a little bit weird? I feel the timing.
Nah, not at all. Nah, I don't think so. I think that they focused on their multiplayer, and that's what the Dice Olay and stuff are working on.
Well, they bring a battle royale, and Criterion is jumping on for the battle royale, right?
Yeah.
But they're doing it like, what do we have now? We have March.
I think we have like 8 months left.
8 months left. Isn't it like a little bit of a short amount of time? I don't know.
I think they probably expected Stockholm or whatever it's called to
whatever it's called. That's a city.
Yeah, I don't know. The Swedish Dice place. I think they
yeah.
I think they expected them to do the BR. And with all the focus going on the multiplayer, which I think they're doing, now they've gone, oh, okay, you guys made the BR for the last one. Come in and try and smash out what we've already started.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, it's good.
Wrong.
It's good that they have more power, I guess, because they're probably pretty burned out because of COVID and everything and working from home. I'm pretty sure it's a lot, for all the devs. Working from home, communication, everything slows down. But bringing out the information, say like we will expect a great game, and now we have more power from the outside to help them. I feel like it's a yes and no, good and bad side in the same place. I don't know. I mean,
I don't know. I don't think they should have got the same people to make Firestorm as they did with the last one. But
who could they get instead? Is the question, right?
Themselves.
And
Dice Olay did keep Dice Olay because Dice Olay is like the most known dice company to actually fix Battlefield. They should have just gotten them to do the whole game from start to finish, and had like Dice Sweden do the BR or something.
Dice Olay is working on that as well, I think, right? I think they said
but Dice Olay usually only fixes things and brings in like DLCs and stuff.
But I think they said they're working. I think they're working this time. They're working. I think I read something. Yeah, I think I read something that they are working as well on it, and not only like fixing things. I think they're working together this time. They definitely pulled more manpower in from both sides of the continent.
It's kind of good though, because I've got a friend that works for EA, in Australia, and he's just saying they're all hands on deck because it's either sink or swim with them right now. With the franchise. So it is good, but like if you look at other Battlefields, they've always had 3 devs working on it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm really excited though. I really hope I will get my modern Battlefield back.
That's if they go modern.
They will go modern. I mean, come on.
I know. Yeah, I know.
There's no doubt about that. I don't think we will go back to, I don't know, Korea or anything, Wait, Joe said something. Official word from DICE is that Criterion was brought in to help DICE Sweden because of fatigue. DICE is doing post-launch content officially. All right. Thank you, Joe.
Criterion's doing post-launch.
No, DICE LA is doing post-launch content officially.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
All right.
So they'll be doing all the DLCs and crap like that.
Oh, let's hope.
Oh, the live service. Sorry, I'm pretty sure they're doing they're bringing live service back, and that's what LA's doing.
Do you want to have like a premium function back?
I want premium back. Yeah, I don't want live service. Live service creates errors, and they can kind of be like, "Oh, it's live service. Its things aren't ready." Whereas if it's DLCs and premium service, they're required to drop it on the date that they say. They're required to bring a certain amount of things into it, and then they can't just cancel it like they did with BFE. They can't go, "Okay, no more content."
Yeah, sorry, I'm just looking. Joe said no word on BR, but it makes sense. Yeah. I mean, look,
I seen an article the other day, and it looked pretty legit. And they were talking about the BR. They were talking about it being crossplay with the BR, and they were talking about the higher ticket count that everyone's going on about being for the BR. So I think the BR is gonna be crossplay, which is good in a way, and 200 player BR server.
Lady Kevin said Battlefield was always about premium.
Yeah,
Well-
Battlefield is premium. Like it's always been like that.
Well, not in Battlefield 5.
And look how shit it is.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure if it's really the premium function. I mean, at the end, it's really about we want content out, new content, regularly. And this is what premium gave us. It gave us
Yeah.
10 new maps, right? And I mean, they can also give us 10 new maps without being premium. It just doesn't happen. I'm not sure. I mean, does the one thing have to be connected with the other? At the end, the one thing we want is new content, right?
Well, it has to be at the moment because that's all we know. They did the live service for Battlefield 5 and it didn't work. So that's all we know is that live service doesn't work. We have to wait and see what LA does. I believe LA can bring out live service like it needs to be, but I don't know, man. I prefer just DLCs. But I'm an old fucking dad gamer now. All these other kids are probably like, "Oh yeah, live service is sick."
I'm just think I missed a question. Hammer says, anybody have a wish on feature no other Battlefield game had yet? Maya's dragging feature for dead teammates.
Dude, that's one thing, Helmet. That's one thing so many people bring up. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not gonna work. I don't want to rain on the parade, but players like myself and people who create content and people who are known in the game,
Why
all
is
it's
that not
gonna do
working?
is all it's gonna do is create somebody to troll the fuck out of other people.
Yes.
You're gonna end up getting dragged from one end of the map to the other.
Yes. I think so too. Unfortunately.
I already get revive trolled at the moment. Like I got people who just keep spamming revive on me, and it just makes it so you can't get rid of the counter. So now imagine that with somebody dragging you around.
Are there any features though you're missing you would like to see?
I can't think of any off the top of my head that Battlefield hasn't done before, but they need to bring back C4 on Recon. They need to bring back Recon being a fucking valid character to play that can do things in the game instead of sit at the back of the map and snipe and only be good for that. Yeah, I want to see C4 back. I want to see tracking darts back like they had in BC2. I don't know if a lot of people remember them, but you could put a tracking dart on a helicopter and have things lock onto it. So it's always like lockable by weapons. Yeah, I want Recon to be back to what it was in BC2. Useful. Other than that, I'm
I never
happy with
played.
it.
I never played by a Bad Company 2. You played all Battlefields, even like 1943 or what it was, right?
Yeah, the only one I didn't play was 1. I think I got like 50 hours in that game, but everything else I played, yeah.
Yeah, I started with Battlefield 3, and I always said like I want to have the recon back from Battlefield 3 and 4, but just because I don't play snipers really, and I was playing like recons very aggressively, like a medic class or anything else, and I just like to use a beacon as a strategy point, like I'm coming from Rush, so I was just trying to flank, put my beacon behind the enemy lines, and then attack to the objective, arm it, and if I die, just spawn at my beacon, go back and kill everyone.
Yeah, that's what I like about it. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is what I really missed in Battlefield 5. Like I never play recon anymore because you can't. I mean, okay, people now you can say like, okay, use their DMRs or their the what do you call them, DMRs, whatever. But I just don't like them. It's not the same, for me. It's not the same as just yeah.
It's not. Yeah, one thing I want to see back as well is parachuting with the beacons.
Oh yes, of course,
Yeah.
absolutely. I don't get it. It was one of the best
It's
things.
because the size difference in maps compared to other battlefields. BO5 maps are technically, I'm pretty sure they're smaller. They work out to be smaller. And if you parachute in, you'll be able to parachute from one side to the other. But yeah, they need to bring parachuting back because it's just too easy to get your spawn beacon camped.
Yes, absolutely. I would love that too, especially outside. And it's also I also like, I mean, the Battlefield for one thing, I think it's so special compared to like Call of Duty is you have so many options in this game. Like, I mean, I played like on Battlefield 4, I think I played like nearly 2,000 hours or something. And to the very end, I still learned things about that game. Like there was still, I got still surprised, you know, about some things I didn't know about that game. And this is so special about that. And I hope they bring this feeling back of you can, even though you played like hundreds of hours this game, you still can learn something and can get surprised by something you don't know about this game, you know?
Yeah. That's when that's when they cared about Battlefield, man. I hope that they bring it back though. Like,
do you really think they don't care? I don't know.
Yeah. I don't. They didn't have the same team working on 5 as they used to have. I'm pretty sure it's not the same team. And you can tell, like you can really tell that the people who developed 5 aren't really avid Battlefield
Well, the people
developers.
who are working on 6 is the same team as on 5 now. I
Yeah,
mean,
but
it's bigger.
we got LA now, and look what LA did to 5 with the Pacific update. Best update that they had. The maps are trash, but it was
Yeah.
the best update they had.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I still have my hopes up because I just know you can't tell for sure if it's bad or good till you see it. So you just got to be patient. And I hope we get positively surprised by this game. I really hope. I really hope. I waited so long. There's a question, Value Loves. Thank you for the question. What about giving snipers 2 main guns, like 1 carbine and something as close combat, or all classes 2 main guns? You mean basically like in COD when you have overkill?
Yeah, with like sniper and SMG.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'll. I don't know. They should be
I
able
don't
to
know
pick
either.
one. They should either be able to pick SMG or sniper. But I kind of agree. I'd like to see snipers have different weapons than just snipers. Like we got the trench and shit like that in 5, and they're fun to use, especially just running around having a flare gun.
I was still thinking, isn't it like overpowered? Imagine running around with a K98 or something, and then like a MP5.
Yeah, that would turn it into too much like Call of Duty. No,
Mhm.
that would turn into too much Call of
Yeah.
Duty.
I feel like it's kind of overpowered, and it would take a little bit the fun away.
Hold on. I'm gonna try to fix these blinds, dude. It's super bright in here on the camera.
Yeah, no worries. I think it's kind of his day just started, guys.
Dude, it's so bright. I don't know how to fix it. It's so bright.
It's okay. You're a Battlefield angel today.
I like what Helmet said though. He's like, DICE bring in more and more locked animations. I don't want to die because of lock-on animations. That's why they should bring a feature like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Battlefield needs to bring back the syringe or the defibs.
Oh yeah.
That way there's no animation for reviving and medics won't get scared of reviving.
I rather prefer the defibs, to be honest. I mean, it's also if it's a modern game, bring the defibs.
Yeah, they just need to bring that back and have it back as like the charge up revives, and have it at a distance where it's still safe to do it, like it wasn't, because you could revive pretty far away in 4. But yeah, they definitely need to bring something like that back.
I just realized, why don't they have an animation in Battlefield 5? They don't have an animation when you're like for the MMG guys, right? Like when you get up, you put up your gun, you can shoot right away, right?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. I don't know.
Why don't they have an animation there?
I don't think there needs to be an animation there though.
There
needs to be an animation for bipoding. Because that'll stop the drop shotting and stuff like that with the MMGs.
Yeah.
Yeah, there needs to be a decent animation for bipods.
5-man squad, gun switches. Little syringe on the face helps always. What? Yeah, 5-man squad
Yeah,
would be nice.
five-man squad needs to come back. Another thing that I hope that they keep is the pouches for heals per person. That is probably one of the best things that they brought in the
Yeah, I
game.
get your helmet. Yeah, for sure.
And health regen, that shit needs to come back too.
I really hope they would bring a region lock though. Like, I don't know.
I don't.
Yeah, like a 100 ping region lock or something,
I don't, because if they region lock it, I'm stuck on OCE.
Oh yeah, I forgot that. Well, and if they bring us, they are not
If
enough
they bring
service.
crossplay, it'll be better. But like that's a whole other ball game if crossplay is
Mhm.
even going to work. And then you'll probably have, if crossplay doesn't work and it's run by servers again, like it was in 3 and 4, then you're going to have the admins turning crossplay off, and it'll be PC only or console only.
I see. Do you wish, like, if they do that there's no option for aim assist anymore for console players?
Nah, console needs to have aim assist, just not as hectic as they've got it.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you go and look at like Junda or like Energized Knight or something like that, they don't use aim assist and they still slap.
Yeah, that's true.
But for like an ordinary console player, they need to have like that little bit of aim assist, but just not have it as aimbot aim assist.
Yeah, definitely. Because some people think like even that is too much,
Yeah, and then you get rid of snap aim. That needs to go.
120 ping. Yeah, I forgot about that. DDG. Who's, by the way, who's here? Julian! Julian, you just woke up? Good morning. No, it's, well, maybe you actually just woke up. You never know. How you doing, Julian, today? Who, by the way, is here in chat? Who is from Chicken Stream, guys? It's probably DDG.
Synergy's from the stream, DDG. There's a couple in there.
Yeah, Julian just woke up. I hope you had a beautiful sleep and a good night. Thank you for Synergy, I guess.
I'm gonna try something with the blinds.
Okay, try it. Dalton, reporting in. Guess what? Guys, is there anything you always wanted to ask him because you know him so well? That's why I'm calling you out, guys. Anything you want to ask, Daddy?
That didn't really work, eh? What the fuck?
Now is your time.
Dude, I can't. I'm getting a new camera set up. I cannot fucking wait.
Look at that. He changed the time of his alarm to catch you. It's unbelievable. That is what I call true fans. Have you ever heard, by the way, the term true fans?
True friends.
True fans.
Oh, true fans. I don't know. I hate that word fans.
I don't like it either. But it actually I choose it for a reason, and I will explain it in a second. Can chicken blow me a kiss? I don't know.
I just fucking did.
This is the way you want to work up now every day, right, Julian? No, the phrase true fans actually comes from an article. You can Google it. I don't know. It's something with true fans, and it's a 1-pager, 2-pager, and it's about if you want to be successful not as a streamer, actually, particularly as a content creator, whatever that is, any business. It's actually not even regarding gaming. Then you can live from it if you actually created. They said you can live from it if you created 1,000 true fans. Yeah, the article is called 1,000 True Fans. And it is exactly about this goal, because nowadays everyone is looking up at successful content creators who have like millions of followers, and it looks like an unreachable goal, because it's like creating thousands of followers or it's like, how do I get there? But all you need, actually, what this article says, is 1,000 true fans. You just need, and I mean, in your case, you already can live from it. I think it's even 100, right? Or I don't know how many true fans you actually have. And then the next thing what they say is, don't care about who you not have as a fan or follower or supporter, whatever you call them, care about the guys who actually give a shit about you and watch your fucking shitting content. And
yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier with like it trying to not have it as a number game, but
Mhm.
I mean to get 1,000 true fans, that's fucking hard. 1,000 true fans, that's like 100,000 normal followers.
Mhm.
That's the way I see it.
Yeah. But I mean, maybe it's not even what you need. At the end, you can scale it down or up, whatever your business in, whatever you are doing. Maybe for you it's lower, for another person it's higher. I think it probably depends on what you're doing.
Yeah, yeah. You don't need 1,000 true fans to feel good about yourself. If you need that to feel good about yourself, then
Oh,
yeah,
it's not
something's
about
wrong
how
with
you
it.
feel about yourself. It's really about the income.
Oh, you talking about income?
It's all about
Oh,
income. If you want
I've
to,
already worked that out, bro. 300 fucking subs. You good?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
300 subs
that's
a
what I
month.
mean. That's what I mean. It
Yeah,
depends
okay.
what business you're in. It depends what
Yeah.
platform you're using. And the question is really, how do you create these 300 subs in your way, in your way, 300 subs in your case. Yeah, guys, sorry for my English sometimes. By the way, I'm German. You're welcome. So do you like? Do you try to reconnect with every sub you get in a way? Like, do you keep track on it? Do you try to being grateful like after the stream, between the streams? I don't know.
I try not to treat them differently to followers because at the end of the day, some people can afford a sub, some can't. I don't want to sound bad, but if you choose to sub, I appreciate every single thing that subs do, but then they're technically no different to anybody else that comes to the chat. So I try not to treat them any differently. If you can't afford to sub, hey man, I don't give a fuck. You're still welcome. I'm not going to treat you beneath somebody who can sub for the month. But the people that do sub, yeah, they definitely contribute to being able to do this full time.
Yeah. Yeah, he said 300 to make a
Yeah,
living.
300. That's with Tanya working as well. Tanya's got a pretty good wage, so that she's the only reason why I can stream pretty much.
And somebody asked the question. I'm sorry, DTG asked the question: if you could change your stream right now in a major way, how would you do that?
If I could change my stream in a major way,
I mean, he meant properly, like if you have like unlimited, options to change that, what would you change financially? Unlimited options financially.
probably the quality of it would be the biggest thing. I want better quality. I want
How? What kind of better quality?
well, one we're already doing that next week. We're changing the camera. We're going full DSLR setup. And then the second one would be the second PC setup. Because as you can tell now, webcams sucks. I hate webcams. The quality's trash.
What camera would you get?
I'm gonna get a Sony A5100. It's a pretty old camera, but it's like direct HDMI input with 1080p HD. So,
Do you know if that camera works for streaming?
Yeah. I've been looking into it the last like 3 months about doing this.
No, I'm only asking because I have not a streaming camera, but I'm a photographer and I have a Sony Alpha S, and I know I can't use that one for streaming, which would be much better than my stupid iMac camera. But it will get warm over time.
Yeah, that's when you
heat
get
up.
those I think the APC thing. I think that's what they're
Yeah,
called.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
apparently these don't. Everybody recommends the 5100 for a stream cam.
Perfect. I didn't know that. That's why I'm asking. I'm more like curious for myself. What is it? A50, 5100?
A5100. Yeah.
Okay, 5100. I would check that out actually. So
I think Sony's the best as well for stream cams, because if you look at those other ones, Canon and stuff like that, they don't have the direct HDMI, and you've got to bypass with programs to get rid of like all the stuff that's around the camera, like the battery life, the time, and stuff like that. Whereas Sony has it out of the box.
Interesting. So he's using their 7R3 and its boss. Maybe even an entire room upgrade for streaming, acoustics upgrade, professional whistles.
Yeah, we're doing that when we move house. Me and Tanya plan on building. We're saving at the moment to build a house and have a dedicated stream room. But as I'm in a living room right now
Mm-hmm.
because it's the only room that has aircon. But yeah, definitely want to set up my own room like some streamers have.
Mm-hmm. Nice. That's a great question, by the way. Thank you for this great question. Do you guys have any other great questions? Just saying, bring it up, guys, because we will eventually end here. So if you want to ask another question, you should keep bringing them. Do you like if there's like are you thinking sometimes about like changing the format, like changing the format for your stream, like not only gameplay? I don't know. I mean, basically what you're doing is having gameplay and having here and there you're talking to the people, right? You're having like
Yeah.
a chat. Do you think sometimes about trying other formats, and if so, which formats?
We used to do heaps of just chatting cooking streams, me and Tanya. Before COVID happened, we every second or third weekend we'd do a cooking stream. So I want to bring that back. But with COVID happening and her running the pub that she works at, she's had to be at work almost every single night since then. But yeah, once she gets time off work, we're definitely gonna bring that back.
Your name before was chicken, beef or lamb, right?
Yeah.
Why did you change it?
Because it was too damn hard to remember, dude. Imagine going into a game, seeing somebody's name's chicken, beef, or lamb, going, "Oh, you stream," then me having to spell it, and it's like a 15 character long name. So it was just so much easier to ChikenAU, dude. But then it turns out once I changed it to ChikenAU, I didn't know this, but there was somebody else in OCE who was called Chicken OCE. So, and he was a professional console player. So we kind of got the same name now.
I actually saw there's another chicken guy on Twitch. I recently saw. What did you cook when you cooked with her? What kind of food did you cook?
The last ones we did taco bowls, but we'd do anything, dude. Like, yeah, we cooked heaps of crap.
Shit, I'm getting hungry. I shouldn't have asked that question. Okay, change topics. If you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go?
Back to Bali.
What?
I'm bogan through and through, mate. Bali is my jam. That shit is so cheap. You can go to Bali for like $2,000 for a week, if not longer. Like,
you want to live there or just go there for vacation?
Oh, I'd live there. No, I'd live there if I could.
I thought you would go to Canada.
Oh yeah, I'd go to Canada, but like, bro, Canada's like a big step. Bali's like around the corner. It's a 10-hour flight.
Time to rebrand chicken. Sorry,
I'm
Julia.
not rebranding again, bro. I'm not rebranding again. But yeah, no, Canada is like, we've always spoken about doing one of those work licenses there, where you go work for a certain period of time, then you come back, go back and work. But that's super hard when you've got like a house here, you've got like dogs here and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's a super big step. I totally get that.
Makes it hard.
How far is Bali from you away?
If you go to the other side of Australia, it's only like 9 hours.
Yeah, I just want to say it's not like compared to me, it's not that far away.
Yeah, it's like the destination all Australians go to.
Chicken Bali. Yes. Okay, this is what you will cook if you have the next cooking stream. You name it Chicken Bali.
Chicken Bali. We'll cook fucking migrang noodles.
We want to see Chicken Bali, and I want to get the list. You know what I have to get for, and I will cook it at home with you guys. The Chicken Bali. Is there a specific clothes you will put on then for Chicken Bali? Chicken Bali. When it's winter chicken, will we gonna go back to?
No, I love winter, Dalton. I fucking love winter. I hate summer. I hate the heat.
How hot does it get there?
It's not so much the heat here; it's the humidity. Like we have areas in Australia that will go like plus 42. But yeah, where I live, the max that you'll probably see where I live is like 36, 37. But the humidity, like this morning, the humidity was like 72% at 5 in the morning.
Oh yeah,
Like 26 degrees.
Crazy.
so it get that's what makes it hot. It's like sticky hot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't like that either, to be honest. I'm more like a spring,
Yeah,
and then
springy.
switch
I'm that.
springish, and then switch to summer. So it's like warm enough for a t-shirt, but you're not sweating when you're sleeping. I hate when you sweat when you sleep. Move to New Zealand. I've never
I'll
been
move to
there.
New Zealand and enjoy the mongrel mob.
Love the heat. Well, you're from Greece, Lady Karas. You know the heat, right? All right, guys. Is there anything we should have talked about, Chicken? And we didn't? Did I miss anything? Because we said we didn't want to go too deep into Battlefield 6 before, because I mean there's just nothing we can talk about really.
Yeah, there's nothing we can talk about that crap.
And I feel like about you as a person and streaming. Did I miss?
I think we covered most of it. I mean, I'm just.
Oh, I think I
know.
have one more question. Do you have like a how does a daily routine for you look like? Do you have like a routine? Like you
for
wake
me?
up? Yeah. Do
Yeah.
you?
I'll go to bed at like 3 a.m. Wake up at like 1, eat straight away, chill out, watch a couple of streams, and then start streaming myself. But it used to be like I'd go to work, come home, have half an hour before the stream for a couple of hours, go to bed, rinse and repeat. But yeah, ever since I got injured and like, I didn't even tell you this. I got injured at work like 2 years ago. And ever since then, I was just like, fuck it, dude. Like, I'm just gonna try and do this full time.
What happened?
My finger got crushed by a forklift.
Ouch.
Yeah, it's all healed now, but
Oh, I just want to say the finger's still there.
yeah, it's still there. We're good. But yeah, ever since then, I've tried to do it full time, and it's getting there. It's a long grind, man. That's what I want to tell like everybody who comes to my stream and they start streaming and stuff like that. The first thing I always tell them is, good luck. It's a fucking grind. Try and have fun with it.
What do you think most people don't have? What do you have?
The personality. I think there's like you can sit there and play games non-stop and not have a good personality. Like when I say not have a good personality, I don't mean you're a bad person either. I mean you just like the entertainment side of things isn't there. You could be like the best player in the world. Like look at Shroud, man. Shroud's one of the best players in the world. Do I find him entertaining? Fuck no. But he's one of the best streamers because he's really good at the game. But there's only certain amount of people who can do what Shroud does. And there's so many people who stream and think that they can do what Shroud does. But the more that I'm getting into streaming and the more that I'm learning about it and getting more viewers in, viewers care more about what you talk about, how you interact with them, than how well you do at the game.
Do you think it's teachable, learnable?
Nah. You're either gonna get it or you're not gonna get it. I don't think anybody can teach you how to stream. You've just got to have that personality to it.
And if you have the personality, you have what it takes. What else do you need?
Luck. Especially being on Twitch, you need luck. But yeah, luck's not everything.
Would
like,
you recommend to start on Twitch these days?
No.
Where?
Probably YouTube. Everything on YouTube saves and it's searchable. You leave your VOD there, it's searchable. You got tags on your VODs. You don't have a category like Twitch is kind of set up like. You kind of do, but you don't. But like how Twitch is set up, you'll start streaming and dude, you've got like 10 even at 10 viewers, that's a lot to people, but on a list of searchability and findability, 0.1% of getting found. People don't give a fuck if you're 50 rows down. People care about who's the top 10 rows on Twitch. Even the top 10's punching, like the top 5 rows. So, and you're competing on Twitch, hundreds of thousands of people. Like if you go on the Battlefield section, for instance, there's 3 people at the top that are between 100 viewers and 20 viewers. Below that, 2 to 1 viewer. If you go to Call of Duty, it goes from like 10,000, 2,000, 1,000, the hundreds. Then from the hundreds, it drops right down.
Mhm.
Yeah, Twitch is a very hard place to grow if you were a new streamer, and I found that out. That's like going back to the start of this podcast. I was saying, don't play popular games if you want to grow.
How long did it take you to get to, like, let's say, because I feel like it's you start with 0 and then you're happy when you have 10 and then you're happy when you have 20 and so on and so on. Let's start from the beginning. How long did it take you to get like plus 10 viewers regularly?
3 years.
3 years? And you
It took
started,
me.
wait. You started 2017. So 2020, last
Oh wait,
year.
probably about 2.5 years, 2.5, 3 years. Yeah, I hit partner last year in July. I think it was. Was it July?
Last year? I thought
No.
you just got their
Wait, no.
partner, Twitch partner thing.
Hold on. No. Yeah, I got it last year in July. It was about July last year. Yeah, I think. Hold on. Let me go on my Twitter. Sorry, March last year. I got it. So yeah, I've been partner for a year now. And then
Okay.
before I got partner, I started getting views in the Battlefield section October-ish, the year before that. If that makes sense. So I went from October to March of gradually gaining viewers. But before that, yeah, dude, I was like
Did
10
anything
viewer Andy.
change?
Yeah, the
Like
game that I was playing.
really just the game? Like you
Just the
switch
game.
from
I'm not even kidding you. Just the game changed.
Lady Kibble said, like, why do you think it took you so long to grow? I think that was the answer, the game.
Yeah, I kept playing all these. I kept playing all these popular games that I was at the bottom of the board. Like I said, I started with PUBG. It took me I see Battlefield streamers now. They get like all this support from the Battlefield community because it is such a small streamed game that the community is so tight with helping each other.
Mhm.
I've seen people get affiliate in the first month of streaming.
Mhm.
Dude, it took me over 6 months to get affiliate when I first started streaming. I also started streaming without support of other people. I didn't know anybody in the content creating. I didn't know anybody on Twitter, I didn't even know what Twitch was. I found out what Twitch was a week before I started streaming.
Mhm.
I didn't have anything like that. None of my IRL friends did it. I hadn't played games for years. I didn't know anybody in the games anymore.
Mm.
I just jumped into it without any idea. And I think that's what took me so long to grow. But now, if I was to do it, I wouldn't, because like when I first started streaming, I was doing 10-hour days every single day, and I thought that's what you needed to do to succeed on Twitch. But don't do that. That's it's so bad for your mental health to do that. Don't do that. Yeah, I'd probably, if I was going to go back, I'd probably stream 2 to 3 times a week, create a social media presence, and focus on other platforms instead of just focusing on Twitch.
Mhm. Why don't you do that right now?
That's what I'm doing now. Yeah.
Ah,
I've been
that's what
doing
you're
that
doing
for like,
now.
yeah,
Mhm.
I started doing that the other, like when my viewers started
Mhm.
growing, started
Okay.
doing YouTube content, made the Twitter,
Mhm.
and then, yeah, just had a social media presence.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting because I see a couple of well, media successful streamer actually being successful on Twitch but having no social media presence. And then they say like, well, now I'm half successful, now I start doing this. And I feel like, why didn't you do it the other way around? Like,
Yeah.
well, not the other way around, but at least, halfway through. And I think just many people don't realize how useful it can be to do
Mm-hmm.
to find a balance between using your content which you create on Twitch actually to use it on YouTube. And do you have an Instagram, by the way?
Nah, I
Or
tried to
TikTok?
do that.
Anything else on Twitter?
Yeah, I got a TikTok. I kind of use that a little bit, but I did have an Instagram, but I wanted to keep that mainly for personal use.
Yeah, that's totally fine. I
Yeah.
was just curious if we should share this link again. I would just give me a second because I actually created. I didn't even tell you, Joy. I'm so sorry, but I created even. There we go. Because here's the YouTube and the Twitch link. I didn't know if you had any Instagram or or TikTok there. But guys, if you look for ChikenAU probably on TikTok, you will find them there as well. I have a hard time, honestly, to use more than Twitter right now and Instagram because I mean, social media takes so much time.
Yeah, it does.
And I'm still struggling and finding a balance between, using this content and promote it again on social media and so on and so on. But I know it's absolutely useful. Every time I do it, I see the feedback. But for me, I mean, it's just it's not a job. It's just, like, especially GamersWeCare, we have like the Twitch affiliate status now since I think, Joe, since when did we have it? Like last year, November or something, and I didn't even accept it.
Yeah, I don't, dude. Honestly, when it comes to Twitch affiliates, I'm telling people these days, don't even accept it. Most of the people are like accepting Twitch affiliates to have that sub badge and to
Mhm.
have the subscriber option. Yeah, you're too limited when you do it.
Why do you say that? That's interesting. I want to know now because for me it just doesn't make sense because I don't want to put my personal name into because you have to put your personal name and your
Yeah,
bank account in there. And for me it doesn't make sense because it's GamersWeCare and it's not like Mizzy and I don't want to have like your subs on my personal. It doesn't make sense, you know? So but why do you say that?
I honestly just because it limits you. I know people go affiliate and um they still stream on other platforms at the same time. But if Twitch ever catches you, bro, there goes your Twitch account. You know what I mean? Because it's against TOS. Twitch owns your rights to whatever you make of that content at that time for 24 hours.
Hmm.
And I know people do get away with it, but at the same time, keep your options open. Once you sign to like your content to Twitch, Twitch takes a big part of it. And then if you're doing it for just the sub, like to have somebody subscribe to your channel, Twitch is taking a big part of that money out of it.
Isn't it like Killswitch said it as well? Like, isn't this you can still stream on YouTube and be an
Yeah,
affiliate?
that's what I'm saying. You can still stream, but it can't be at the same time. They own the rights to that content. Whereas if you don't sign to the affiliation, you can stream to all the platforms at one time and still get your content out there.
You mean
Instead of
via
going,
Restream IO and stuff like that, right?
yeah, instead of going 1 day stream on Twitch, 1 day stream on YouTube, whereas you could do it all at one time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's the way that I see it, man. Like I can't comment on somebody accepting it. I can't tell somebody not to accept it. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I know most people get excited for the whole
Have you ever thought
affiliation
about
thing.
like starting streaming on YouTube as well, for example? I mean, you know how it is these days. They can ban you for
Dude,
whatever.
if I was to start again, I'd do YouTube. If I got banned from Twitch, I'd do YouTube. 100%.
Mm.
But yeah, like I don't know. I feel like people have this thing surrounded with Twitch and streaming as like a cash grab money thing. And I know a lot of people don't do it, but I know there's definitely streamers out there that do it for that kind of aspect of, oh, I'm making this much from a stream. But
Mm.
I don't think it should be limited to that.
Yeah, very interesting. Very interesting. So one silly question.
Mm.
What were you grateful for yesterday? Today is a little bit short.
What was I grateful yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Even games on Battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What about you guys in chat? What were you grateful for today or yesterday? Depends what time zone you're in. This is the last question for today, guys. And then we call it a night.
What time is it for you right now?
Close to 11 p.m.
Sheesh.
Mm-hmm. And I have to get up at 6 a.m. tomorrow.
Sheesh. So you're doing what I did today. So I'll see you in bed at
Yes.
like, if you got 5 more hours of staying awake.
Watching chicken. Aw. That's so sweet.
Dude, I've still got a full day ahead of me, man. What the fuck?
You can just go to bed again.
It's like 8 a.m., dude. If I go to bed,
Mhm.
I'm not waking up till 5 p.m.
Mm-hmm. But it was amazing having you here. I feel like we had a very relaxed talk today. I'm super grateful for that, to be honest. I'm super grateful for our talk today.
Oh, so am I, man. I'm gonna watch
was-
this back. I'm gonna watch
was-
this back, and I'm
was
like,
really
why the fuck
fun.
did I answer that like that?
Unfolded
But no,
days
it
is
was fun, man.
grateful. Yeah, definitely. Let me see here. You can just stream chicken. Full
Just
day
stream?
of TV.
We will be streaming. We will be streaming tonight.
Grateful
it
for my
now.
family. That's sweet.
Yeah, Ace is a pretty good dude, man. I love Ace. Super caring.
Hey Joe, playing this morning, someone actually asked to switch sides, take the server more balanced, was shocked. Aww.
Sheesh, you don't get that in Oz.
Grateful to live in a peaceful country, he probably meant. Oh yeah.
Open up chicken and drink my coffee. Am I the first thing that you see in the morning, lady? Hey?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine waking up to my. That's one thing that I always say. Like, I know you want to go, and I was late. That's one thing I always say though. I cannot believe people come to my channel day in, day out to look at my fucking mug and listen to my bogan ass. Like, that amazes me.
Same. It's so weird, right? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not as big as you, but even though like I'm sometimes I don't stream regularly on my own stream. Like I don't have a schedule. I just stream whenever I feel awake or whatever, like once a week or so. And then if I have actually viewers in there, every time there comes this question in my side, like, why are you here?
Yeah.
And
I
it's
say,
so
I say
weird.
it all the time, dude. I say it all the time, man. Because like, you know, these streamers like, dude, I'm so appreciative. I never thought I'd get this far, but fuck me, man. I really never thought Battlefield would bring me the happiness on stream that my stream brings me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, guys, we are so grateful for you guys. It's unbelievable. It's just, you know, the love and the just that you're there, you know, and communicating and give us feedback, you know. It's something amazing to experience actually. And I don't know. Thank you.
What?
Damn, I'm getting tired right now, yeah.
Veljo just said something. Sorry. This will be the last thing, chat, right? Last thing, and we're going to fucking bed. Veljo just said something then. As long as you remain as you are, you will be successful. The amount of times that I have seen fake people on Twitch, stop it. Be yourself. If you have a personality like myself where you're upfront, you're direct about things, be upfront, be direct, be yourself. It's going to be the best way about it.
Yeah, true.
I learned that. Tried to be somebody else when I first started streaming, as I said at the start of the podcast. Tried to be like other people, and then get out of your shell, be yourself. You'll get successful, and people will notice you being you instead of you being fake. It's probably the easiest thing that I could say. If you're gonna stream, be yourself. Don't care about what other people think.
Yeah. Also, it's much easier. I mean, trying to keep up. I mean, it's the same thing with, I think, being in a relationship. I mean, who can you fool? You know, imagine being in a relationship with somebody and trying to be somebody else all the time. You will eventually, it will, you know, not go the way you want to.
Yeah.
And it's definitely, I think, the way to go. I mean, there may be a few examples which are not that way, but they're only a very few that worked. And it's healthier, I think.
Oh yeah. It's like sitting in a room with 10 people around you and you not being you.
Mm-hmm.
People are going to be able to tell.
It's actually the same thing you said in the beginning. Like, you try to be toxic, right?
Yeah.
So we were trying to be somebody you weren't.
I was trying to be somebody that wasn't trying to do what other people did, and it didn't fucking work. So I'm still a little bit toxic today. Everybody will account for that, but I'm not as bad. And like, this is me now. Like,
yeah, I saw a few wage clips.
oh yeah. There's been a couple.
Sorry. Be yourself is not easy, as you can think. That's why one of the things I put in is most effort on. Yeah, but again, because I think if you think being yourself is not easy, it's maybe also because you think you're not good enough. Maybe.
Yeah, that's a tough one to answer. Like, yeah, I was gonna say something about that, but I don't know. I don't actually know what to say. Like, I know being yourself's not easy, but I think that's like letting your guard down, letting your walls down, kind of style.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. We will call it a night because my brain doesn't work anymore. Mizzy, you stole the words right from the keyboard. What? I would never do that. All right, guys, you were amazing. Thank you all for showing up tonight, for being here all this time, for giving us amazing questions. Chicken, thank you for being amazing, for staying here with us. Any last words? Now is the time.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for the people that came from my chat over here. I mean, I noticed is that it's actually sick that you guys woke up at this time. I didn't think anybody would come over from my stream because it is such like it's a 12-hour gap between my stream and now.
Exactly.
So yeah, I appreciate the people that came in. Appreciate the people that came from your side of the chat as well, man. Like, made this really fun for me. Even though I'm super tired. I did actually have fun. It might not look like it, but I did actually have fun doing this.
That is amazing. That's all I want to hear. I mean, at the end, we all want to enjoy doing this, right?
Yeah.
So, really, thank you for being here. Thank you for getting up so early. I really felt bad for that, but I didn't know what to do else. You know, I mean,
Hey, you're the host, bro. I'll go after your time.
Yeah, damn. Yeah, thank you. Namaste. Namaste.